Now, the way people have traditionally used urgency in real estate, Chris, is saying you have to buy now or you have to sell now or you're an idiot. And how many times can you play that card without like you basically being the boy that cried wolf?
Yeah.
Smart professional marketers know how to use urgency. So we have a category called best of urgency. You have a few companies that did it really well that you want to point out.
Yeah, it's the best use of urgency. I mean, urgency and scarcity, like exclusivity and scarcity, are two of the most proven marketing tactics you could ever use. But this was kind of a combination between urgency and then a good call to action.
Yeah.
Uh, the one that won by far was the Amazon Prime original show Hannah. So what they did, Jimmy, is they said, "Hey, you can watch episode 1, but it's only available for the next 24 hours." So they literally did like a coming soon ad
Yeah.
where you had 24 hours to watch it. And then if not, you're going to be able to watch it in March when it comes out. And guess what I watched last night? You know what I'm saying? Like on Monday night, I should say, the night you could actually watch it. So that I thought was brilliant. And as Amazon competes with Netflix, you think you're up against John down the street and he's a good realtor. Well, Amazon Prime, they're trying to come out with content that's good as Netflix. That's
Yeah.
pretty daunting. So you've got to use these little tactics. I thought that was brilliant. The other one I thought that was really well done was Turkish Airlines, because they did a good job of building up the anticipation. They partnered with Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
It looked like a full-blown film. I kind of wanted to see what happened afterwards. And that was the call to action to go back to the site. So a couple takeaways here for me, Jimmy. One is that videos can actually create urgency to watch more of a video. Okay. So a lot of times I feel like in real estate, what I've seen at least is people give away the whole film.
Yeah.
They don't use the trailer as a way to get people to the next place.
Yeah.
They just give away the whole video. So like as an example, imagine if I'm doing a listing video and I do this really cool walk around of the exterior of the home. And then it ends and it says, if you'd like to see the video of the interior, message me. You see what I'm saying? Or imagine doing the opposite. You show off the whole inside of a home, say, hey, if you want to see what this thing looks like from the street, let me know and I'll send you that video too. So, and then back to your point of like the kind of, could we bypass Zillow? Could we do the Southwest Airlines? Like, this is something that our clients have been using for years. Like, this home is available on Facebook for the next 3 days only. After that, it's going to be on Zillow and millions of more people are going to have access to it. Beat the rush, right? So I think that there's a direct correlation between you've got 24 hours to go watch this show and you've got 24 hours to get exclusive access to the information about this property for sale. I think there's a direct tie in there, Jimmy.
Yeah, it is a fantastic strategy, Chris, and I think it's one of the most underutilized things that real estate agents can take advantage of. Is you have a listing, and I think right now at this point they're so focused on selling the property, creating a great experience, getting paid, and moving on to the next one. Makes sense, but like you can use your listings to create more listings, and that I'm going to repeat what you said there because I think it's just a killer strategy, and I'd love to everyone to begin to use this. Send in the next time you have a listing before it hits the market. And I know there's rules. If you're in a certain area, you can't do coming soon. You can work around these in some instances. But the next time you have a listing, before you actually promote the listing on Facebook, send an email to your database that basically says, this home is about to go live in 24 hours. And it opens up saying, hey, because you're part of my network, I wanted to give you early access. We're going to promote this on Facebook. It's going to reach tens of thousands of people. Then after that, it's going to be on Zillow. It's going to have millions of people have access to it. Like, do you want to learn more about this property? And what's going to happen, Chris, it doesn't even matter if they're interested in that property. You're going to get people who are going to self-identify and qualify now. That's going to help you follow up more effectively with those individuals. It's
Well,
a brilliant strategy, Chris.
you just gave me a good idea, because what you could do is you could give it to your email list for 2 days, right? Which is about the amount of time it takes to get the emails out and to get the replies back. So you give exclusive access to learning more to your email list. You then give exclusive access to your Facebook audience.
Yeah.
And then you do what you normally would have done.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, if you're like Steven's shows, saying we don't, Steven's shows is saying we don't allow pocket listings, but Steven, like, even if it goes live, you can still use the angle, which is like,
Yeah.
hey, it takes a while
Yeah.
for the sites to update. You know,
Yeah,
like you can
Jimmy,
get creative
this
with
is a
it.
big point here. Because every time we talk about this, a bunch of people say, well, we can't do it. Well, if you can't do it, don't do it. Like, if you're going to break a law, don't listen to the water cooler dudes. I mean, I don't know that we need to
Have
actually say that
disclaimers be
out
in the show.
loud, but I think that typically that's the first excuse. So then it means you have to think more creatively. So as an example, what if it's not an actual pocket listing? What if you take the exact angle and say, hey, there's homes coming on the market all the time that fit this description. The next time one happens to hit, would you mind if I reached out to you right away?
Yeah.
So I think there's ways to kind of do it without doing it. But at the same time, like we said, don't break any.
We are not lawyers.